At 10 we have Gucci Guilty Intense, kind of a dark lavender about this one, so it's not a fresh lavender, it's a lavender that works well for the cold weather. So in the top you have lavender, Amalfi lemon, coriander, in the mid you have African orange flower and neroli, and in the base you get amber, patchouli and Virginia cedar. So it's a nice kind of lavender patchouli dark scent. I have some nice scent memories to this. I remember taking it on a trip once, and when I smell it today it still reminds me of those times. But removing my personal bias, I think it's okay. I don't think it's anything outstanding, and so for me it's number 10 on this list. At number 9 I've gone with the Dior Sauvage EDT. So lavender is more of a supportive note in here, but you do still pick it up for sure. So in the top you get bergamot and pepper. In the mid you have Sichuan pepper as well as lavender, pink pepper, vetiver, patchouli, geranium and elemi. And in the base you get a heavy dose of ambroxan as well as cedar and labdanum. The freshest version of Dior Sauvage, and I think that lavender is mixed in very well with the bergamot, the pepper, the ambroxan. Nice, fresh, versatile fragrance, lavender done well in this one. At 8 we have the legendary Le Male by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I was in a boot store here in the UK, which is a chemist store where they sell fragrances, and it had a sign next to this saying bestseller. So I presume based on the name and its kind of legendary status, it's been around a long time, I think since the 90s. It still sells very well. It might seem strange putting this so low down the list, being quite a famous lavender scent, but for me the ones still to come are just better in my opinion, though I do like this. So in the top you have lavender, mint, cardamom, bergamot and artemisia. In the mid you have cinnamon, orange blossom and caraway. And in the base you have vanilla, tonka bean, amber, sandalwood and cedar. So if you like the idea of a lavender vanilla combo with some mint adding to some freshness, you can check this one out. It's quite versatile. I remember when I was first getting into fragrances, this was kind of known as like a clubbing scent and a going out scent. So I was a bit surprised how light and versatile it actually is, although I have heard it's been reformulated over the years, so it might be that some of you watching know the older batches that apparently were much stronger performers. Even so, I do like this. I still think it's worth picking up, and yeah, I do like Le Male, and it's number 8 on this list. At 7, sticking with Jean-Paul Gaultier, we'll go with Le Male Les Parfums. For me, preferable to Le Male. So in the top here you have spicy cardamom, in the mid you get that lavender as well as iris, and in the base you have vanilla, oriental notes and woodsy notes. So it's like a spicy vanilla lavender iris combination. So it's really pleasant. This is a nice spicy wintry, good for date nights and things like that, intimate occasions if you don't go too heavy on the sprays. It is a very good performer. I've had a lot of compliments for this one. The iris isn't overbearing. I talk about iris in my reviews quite a bit because I think it can be a bit heavy sometimes. I prefer it when it's like a supporting note, which it is here. It's very well blended. You get that iris and lavender in the mid with the spicy cardamom and the vanilla. A really nice wintry cold weather scent. I think Le Male Les Parfums is the best from the Le Male range personally. We have Darley by Parfums. I can't believe this is so far down the list, but when you see what's to come, hopefully you'll understand why. This is pure lavender. It's a real fresh, heavy blast of lavender. So if I was thinking of an out-and-out lavender scent with not much else going on, this would be a contender for top spot. I just think the ones to come are nicer fragrances in general, while also having a very noticeable lavender. But in the top here you have mint, bergamot and Amalfi lemon. In the mid you have lavender, of course, as well as cinnamon, African orange flower, rose and rosemary. And in the base you get tonka bean, sandalwood, amber, gaiac wood and patchouli. Gets compared to Le Male, which was earlier in this list, but the clear difference to me is this is heavier on the lavender, and it smells like real lavender as well. It smells like that sort of high quality, very natural lavender. I think Le Male's more synthetic lavender with vanilla mixed in. This is real smelling lavender with tonka bean mixed in, so you do get a slightly vanillic feel in the dry down. And the dry down actually I think is the best part of this. It is that nice minty lavender opening, but the dry down is very good. Performance is good too. I think performance is very good on this one. Definitely ticks a lot of boxes. A bit hard done by to be number 6, but yeah, if you see what's coming, hopefully you'll understand where I'm coming from with that. At 5 we have Fabulous by Tom Ford. So this really is out and out lavender. You do have some quite strong supporting notes too, but the opening certainly you really get hit with a strong dose of lavender. So I thought it was absolutely a strong contender for this list. So in the top you have lavender and clary sage. In the mid you get leather, bitter almond, vanilla and orris. In the base you get more leather according to Fragrantica, as well as tonka bean, cashmere, white woods and amber. So if I was to sum this fragrance up in 3 notes, it would be almond, leather and lavender. You do get that vanilla and tonka bean as well, so you get that nice kind of warmth and sweetness too. But in general, it's a nice mix of almond, lavender and leather. The lavender is quite strong in this one, it's quite a big hit. I found performance is pretty good on this, as well as how versatile this is. So there's definitely a lot going for it, and yeah, for me, a worthy top 5 in the list. At 4 we have the spicy Dior Sauvage Elixir. So in the top you get nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom and grapefruit. In the mid you get lavender, and in the base you have licorice, as well as sandalwood, amber, patchouli and Haitian vetiver. A really nice spicy take on the Sauvage DNA. It certainly goes in its own direction. So if you're yet to try this and you're expecting something typical Sauvage, like with the ambroxan, you will find this is very different. Nice, spicy, heavy, with a touch of that licorice. It's nice and unique. I do like this a lot. Performance is outstanding, so go easy with the sprays here. I've got a 60 ml in front of me. I'd personally prefer to have that to the 100 ml, as it would take me a while to get through. But yeah, I like this a lot. Lavender is a supporting note here. It's not like a lavender bomb, but you definitely do pick it up. I like it. I think performance is great. It serves its purpose as like a spicy, heavy hitter in the winter. The smell's great. Yeah, I can't really say anything negative about this. I do rate Sauvage Elixir highly, and it's number 4 in this list. I'm going with Percival at 3 by Parfums de Marly. This top 3 are kind of interchangeable in a way, in that they're all excellent lavender scents. So lavender is in the opening of this one, along with mandarin orange, bergamot and geranium. In the mid you get some florals like hedione, violet, jasmine, as well as coriander and cinnamon. In the base you get ambroxan, amberwood, musk, balsam fir and clearwood. A decent performer, not an outstanding performer for me. Smells very natural, similar to Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce and Mont Blanc Legend, but a lot smoother and more natural, very mass appealing. When I did my compliment top 20, this topped the list, and that shows how mass appealing and safe this is. I've had great reactions from this one. I used to keep it in my car, and like if I was about to get out and see someone, I'd give myself a few sprays of this. Always worked, always went down really well. A bit hard done by to be 3rd on this list, but right now I'd put the 2 above it in terms of lavender scents. Lavender's kind of a supportive note. It's not as heavy maybe as in the next 2 on the list, but I can never put anyone off Percival. I think it's great. Number 3 on this list. At 2 we have YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. I had to include one of the La Nuit de l'Hommes really, as they're so well known for the lavender and cardamom combination. Bleu Electrique is the one that I own, and it's the one that I prefer. It's got a nice fresh tint to this one with the ginger. So in the top you have cardamom, ginger and bergamot. In the mid you have lavender of course, as well as geranium. And in the base you have cedar and vetiver. I'm wearing this today, so I try not to use recency bias for the list, but every time I have worn this lately I've really loved it. I found it's got that really addictive nature to it where you want to lean in and smell it all the time. Performance is decent, not absolutely outstanding, but it does last a reasonable time. And in terms of the scent alone, I just think this is excellent. And if we're talking lavender, this is one that would come to mind right away, so deserves to be high on the list. And in top spot, I'm going with Creed's Viking. I just think this is the best lavender fragrance personally. So in the top you have pink pepper, peppermint, bergamot, lemon, absinthe, as well as orange. In the mid you get lavender, Bulgarian rose, clove, allspice, orris root and jasmine. And in the base you have vetiver, cedar, white musk and tonka bean. I love this a lot. I mean, you get that initial blast of lavender with the mint, the orange and the other supporting notes there. And in the dry down you get that really nice smoothness with the musk and the tonka bean coming through. It leaves a really nice scent on clothes. I mentioned that a few times with this one. So if you're looking to leave a really nice trail on like a sweater or a hoodie or whatever, for when you pick it up, say the next day, this is a great one for that. It's got a nice freshness with the mint, so great in the summer, while also packing enough of a punch to last in the cold weather as well. It's my favourite creed, and so I thought it was worthy of topping this list. And the lavender is quite noticeable. So it's not just, purely a supporting note in the background, it's quite at the forefront here. It's kind of like that fougere type of a fragrance. I don't have many out and out fougères, as you can tell from this list. I know there are a few around that I'm yet to try. There's that Davidoff Zeno and Norton & Wilson one I've seen around, and obviously it's a popular type of a fragrance, so I know there are loads of those fougère barbershop lavender scents. I haven't got my hands on too many, but enough to make this list with what I would say are quite strong contenders in every spot. I think it's a strong list, and I really love all of the 10 I've featured here. But Viking, for me, number one. What do you guys think? Do you have a favourite lavender scent? Is there any I've missed off here that you think I should try and perhaps feature in the future? Any recommendations on that front would be appreciated as always. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.